Alrighty then. Shall we just jump in there like bam? All right, welcome back to another segment, to another live at Extreme One of West Fiji, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Twitch is where you listen, YouTube is where you watch, Facebook is where you watch and comment. You can comment on YouTube as well. You can hit us up at 430-1043. That's the WhatsApp. The number to call, 457-1043.
Yeah, if you miss getting to make your contribution, you could just look back at the live. As you say, we'll be on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook.
At Extreme 104 SVG.
Come on, man.
Grinning from ear to ear. You know who's not grinning from ear to ear? All them public servants who still their home trying to find something to do.
No mercy for them. None.
You're wicked.
None.
You're wicked.
Why you ain't take the people them vaccine? Why? You could have walking and things with a nice feel. Why? Why you ain't take the people them vaccine?
Because...
Why you ain't take it? Why?
Wait now. You here still wait answering you. Okay. I ain't finished the eon because we had a choice.
Which was you take it
or you go home.
All right then. So where they choose.
They said the chant through Kingstown and on the airwaves by some people was my body, my choice.
Exactly.
Right? Although at the time, my body, my choice.
My what no pay.
Was impacting other people's, these population in society, because he said that, one of the solutions to getting out of the pandemic was getting yourself vaccinated. So more people immune, it means that the virus could be stopped, halted, slowed down, transmission. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Crystal. Good morning, brother. Just
good morning.
One thing to your attention. Now we have the Pfizer document coming out. That is really how are the vaccines working? Did it work for us to jab somebody out? All I want to do is for you to read the document. I'm going to send it to you. You're going to have access to it.
Okay,
and you would see
much.
that from this document, based on the amount of 42,000 adverse events, and Crystal, if you see kind of a problem, damage to fetus from the Pfizer vaccine, they themselves declaring that. Also declaring that natural immunity works better than the vaccine. And I'm only saying I don't mind. I'm not a vaccine hater. I believe in vaccines, but for God's sake, give us something that is safe. Oh God, my sister, you took it, I believe. I praying for you every day. I hate you.
I did not take Pfizer.
God bless you. Well, did you take AstraZeneca?
I took Sputnik, Badman 1.
That again is not authorized. I'm not lying to you. It's not authorized.
You hear nothing from it though.
Hello?
You're not hearing anything about it.
You're not hearing anything about it, but obviously you don't hear anything about it because unless you analyze it, and so you have to have people that can analyze it for really know what is happening in the blood. Okay. And if you don't have that, obviously you're just as backward as Pfizer and the other vaccine. You need to have a vaccine that is certified. You need to have long-term phase 3 because really everybody who took the vaccine took it in an experimental phase. That vital phase for all the other vaccines. Some 3 years, 4, 5, 7 years, some never even came forward. Because even though the vaccines work okay with rat and mice, and in the second phase, they don't work good. We saw what happened with the pill from India. That India pill itself was authorized by America, and now they found out serious problem to the DNA.
Hamo, that's why I asked a question, Hamo.
Go ahead.
Why you think body workers now? You think they should get out the job?
The thing is that in the very first case, we should not have had them going out of the job. They should have been able to decide whether they want to take a vaccine. They should have been given the right information. And I'm only saying that itself is wrong. And I'm only saying you cannot force somebody to be in an experiment. It's dangerous. Mm-hmm. If it was authorized, I could see, and if it was authorized, Crystal, honey, hey. Mm-hmm. I just like how I say, hey, my wife, my daughter, she's Anguilla, she called, she said, Daddy, I'm going to give my little grandson the other vaccines in about 18 or so, Rhamila, Momsy, full. I had no problem. When I went to give my daughter my son, I had no problem.
We understand. That's been a long
Hamo, what do you think the government should do in terms of the workers who...
The thing is that send them back to work. Apologize to them.
So we're going to do with the persons now who are the temporary workers now.
My brother, what I'm saying, the vaccines, in reality, they're not working.
We don't realize all that. We don't establish all that.
All you need to do is to undo it. Let everybody go back to work. Let everybody go back to the basic. Crystal, show your way in your mask. assure you in your hand sanitizer. Do you know we have the BA2 very infectious? Crystal, when I look and see in this country, crying Barbados, St. Lucia, Grenada, Dominica, Angola, my daughter say over there, Daddy,
Alright.
we ain't get the BA yet. We seeing all them young people, all them going party and fete.
All right.
We Crystal, we need people that love us, that can be truthful to us. We ain't in no politics, you know.
Okay, all right.
Love
Thank
my
you.
sister. God bless you. Stay
Thank
safe.
you. Same. I'm so stunted. Same to you. Thank you so much for your contribution. Okay, so let's get back to what we were discussing, the vaccine mandate. I'm not going back to vaccines
Yeah.
and
over that. We done-
benefits and yada yada. I was just
Yeah.
giving a little summary so that you could kind of remember why we are here. But PM was inside with us a morning, and this question was asked: if today, tomorrow, you have to change your policy concerning the COVID-19 vaccine, what is going to happen to those workers who would have been sent home, or who were sent home? Pretty much the same response. So absolutely nothing has changed since then.
You're still out of the home.
You're gonna look at it case by case. If it is that the position has not been filled, then it's gonna be filled. If it is that the position was filled and we're satisfied with the worker, then that person who filled in, the temporary worker, they're gonna keep the job. So in essence, crap or smoke, a couple people pipe if the temporary worker was doing a better job than the person before.
But there's still it was the public service union or the teachers who currently
what?
have a case in play.
Both of them, I believe.
Both of them.
Joint.
That's
Most
still,
of the
that's
teachers
still
are
ongoing.
Mm.
It's still ongoing, right?
Can you imagine if they drop this? What's gonna happen to the case?
Well, that's the other thing too. But I really thought the government should have they could have just retracted. You know, considering what has been happening over the period since the pandemic and what's not. You see a lot of persons, they're dropping the mask regulations, and we saw the ins and outs of the vaccine, you know. And as Hamo mentioned a while ago, the natural immunity, what was it? Immunity, yes.
He mentioned that?
Yeah.
Down the floor of my head.
Yeah. You know, he went on a little rant, but he said like a few stuff inside of
okay.
it.
It's been
But
like
yeah.
5 months since I've heard Mr. Hamilton.
For real?
I know, he gave extra man stop car. But anyways, go on.
Yeah. So I feel like they could just be responsible and just be like, hey, we made a mistake.
Responsible.
Yeah, be responsible. Be responsible. Yeah. Yeah, we made some decisions early up because we were looking out for the benefits of the country. We understand this was happening, and yes. I feel
How could you ask them to be responsible and then ask them to apologize for doing what they thought was best in the beginning and call that a mistake? What was the mistake in all of that dilemma?
the mistake that they made is in terms of how they dealt with it with the workers.
I would just call a mandate and just send everybody, send people home?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How they dealt with the workers.
All right, okay. So here's something that's rather interesting too. The majority of positions are still filled by temporary workers. So all the positions that may filled, which means y'all saving money and salary. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Imagine you working 15 years. You have your retirement coming up. You have your health benefits and your pay. And you just get sent home because you decide to not put something in your body because you personally, based off your research, deemed it unsafe for your body.
Mm-hmm.
And then the vaccine ain't really as effective as everybody's saying it's effective. And like Hamo said, natural immunity is the best thing. Man, me take my vaccines, right? So if anything happens, me get catch too. So it is what it is. And like Crash was saying, the government should just put back the people them working and give them back the work, because if you look outside, open back up. But the problem with government globally, a government would never say sorry. A government would never say, what I did was actually not the best thing for the place. A government would never say that. They would go around and carry you all around and before they admit that it's a blunder. Look at CDC. Now CDC still in saying they made a blunder. Meanwhile, you have people who was in the middle class of society and now plunged into sudden extreme poverty. I know a few teachers right now is holding on, it's just by faith of God or whatever religion they're into, holding on from just going off on its deep end, and it's really sad. If you really sit down and listen to some of them teachers, last year they had a job. This year they didn't have nothing. They don't know how to pay the light bill, they don't know how to pay the water bill, they don't know how to send their children to school. And these are teachers who are responsible for the future of our nation. And we can't work out a deal for them? Come on, government, we gotta figure something out, man. Serious talk. Okay, but
do you believe?
Question:
Do you believe that there is something in the matter besides the pistol?
Absolutely. Absolutely. If they had the money, they would have paid the people. But thank God they could have laid off the people and them so they could ease up on the money that they didn't have. So now we get Venezuela and such a career ease up. We could have taken some of that money there and pay the teacher them instead of buying boats for go help waiting for it.
But then when you use that money, right, and you pay off the teachers, then where you going to get money for buy boat? But that money that's going...
We're more important. Both are the education of the future
the boat going to bring in money.
I understand that education is going to bring in money eventually, but it's a double-edged sword.
They're both investments.
Yeah.
And me glad me in another position for make them serious decisions.
So you could let go with them.
You're getting licked. If you make the decision, they still getting licked. So we're going to do. You know what I'm saying? So I want us to big up. Matter of fact, with that, I want to say big up to the authorities here, because all your job is a never-ending stressful job. At least me go call and hang up when we done it. You can't hang up because our job still have 5 more years to go.
Hello, 2020. Take it easy. No, 5 more years to go.
Okay.
The fact that they ain't taking down, they don't want to take down the billboards and making it look like they're there forever.
Hey, there is another topic for
anyways, sticking with the...
People think I'm born on the last billboard because he born when I was there. But people, if it's me born, it was born in flat.
Okay, all right. Go about your business now.
Right.
Thank you so much. All right, that's why they put up 2 cameras.
Listen, it's a money-making thing. I don't know when people are going to realize that. They're talking in terms of the vaccine.
The vaccine?
Yeah.
We have vaccines here that have already been bought. Hello, the vaccine, and I'm free. Not a single soul had to pay for a single vaccine in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We didn't have to pay. Actually, technically speaking, when you really check it out,
we did have to pay.
For some of them, because we spent a bit of money on the one on Sputnik, right? But some of them were donated. We got into a little bit of trouble when we decided to give some that came through COVAX to Trinidad, and we had to pay for that. But the individual person didn't have to pull out money out of their pockets to pay for it. The government paid for it, but I didn't have to open my purse and pay for a shot. Now, I believe, right, if they could not operate with the positions that were filled, so persons whose jobs were terminated, if they couldn't operate on what was left, they would have made a change. Just like how they called back the sanitation workers, they would have called back some people. But it says majority of positions are still filled by temporary workers. So the minority that's not filled, I feel like that's saying something too. Is it the people not qualified? The rest people who are able to work are not qualified to take up the rest jobs? Or they just not want to work with the government? But then again, who doesn't want to work with the government? That's good money.
Something here. The question is, do we know what's in the medication we take? We don't know what's in the flu shot and other things we put in our body. If I don't take the vaccine, the city shuts me down. The problem is our bodies react to medications differently. It's not that the meds are bad every time.
Here's something else, right? Our government does not want to be difficult, but we need a safe classroom for the children and for other teachers. According to Gonsalves, this is from St. Vincent Times. According to Gonsalves, everyone is telling him that this teacher or that teacher wants to return to the classroom without taking the vaccine. What about those who do not want the unvaccinated in the classroom, but you are okay with the unvaccinated in a bus? You're okay with the unvaccinated in the street, in the restaurant.
fence.
Well, the children who go into the parties are like college students.
And
They
we
wouldn't
see them
have, like,
liming on
secondary.
Fridays and so.
You don't want the unvaccinated people at the bus stop who randomly walk past you in this.
Who line up at the to go in the stores
to in the stores
and banks.
and banks. So which means
Wait,
that
they jam up
parents
outside to go.
space out inside.
You think we should just flush the whole mandate thing?
I am
Let's flush it.
trying.
Let's flush it.
Is it minimizing risk, mitigating the risk? We are just 55 active cases, very low for the past 2 weeks. Super low.
Has the vaccine rate gone up since then?
Everybody started
In
to take
terms?
vaccine.
Exactly. So just flush it. Let's flush it. Is it that the government don't have no money to pay people? No? You feel like the problem?
When
We
you
don't
pay
have
people them to do what?
like if you were to hire back the persons, won't you have to pay them for the time they've been off work?
Hello, you find the money.
We're going to find it. That's the other thing.
The thing is, right? You would have been paying them anyways.
It would have been unpaid leave.
Probably that was
I'm
that
pretty
was
sure I saw that something. It would be on unpaid
well,
leave.
the PM did say hard times approaching. Probably would have done your projection. Oh, we have no money.
Okay, some
We have no money. So
it's
that we
people
just-
body and it's
we
their
just do this.
choice. Yeah, sorry. Let me throw out some more, right? Give them back their jobs, vaccinated or unvaccinated. They should not have been fired in the first place. The temporary workers are not teachers. We have hundreds of persons who went and studied and are highly certified home rest down. Rest down. And the person that replaced you just leave school. It's shocking the teachers union allowed the government to get to this point where nothing can be done to help hundreds of your members. The union has shown its true face. Useless. But y'all ain't hire back the same leader for the unions. Anyways, voted back. Anyways, good morning. The issue is the heads of government worldwide got paid only if they can get a certain percentage of their population vaccinated. Why everyone is looking for 75%? Because that's what the science says. A few years ago, there was a court ruling with some local workers against the Government Service Commission. The ruling stated that a proper system of review should be... This is a joke.
Somebody's saying something here.
Wait, I'm finished.
Okay.
Should be set up to allow for transparency in promotion, etc. This is a perfect opportunity for government to put this in place. A proper structure for evaluation of worker performance to know who can return after this botched vaccine mandate and which temporary workers to keep. They still didn't fix that?
The government broke, yes. So they're happy to send home people. They're glad the pandemic happened, so they use that as a pass. Stay woke. Stay woke, Crystal.
You see my eyes? I mean, I'll be careful when I'm doing that because I have some evil friends out there.
Yeah.
Why can't we understand this riddle? Riddle me this, riddle me that. Y'all gotta wait until...
I feel we should just flush this mandate thing. Just flush it.
Boy, oh boy.
Down the toilet bowl. Just flush. We ain't take vaccine. We out of hand right now.
I feel we out of hand? Who is out of hand? What?
Read that one.
What do you mean we out of hand?
Read that one.
You want the harsh comment?
No. Like, what do you mean, like, we out of hand?
Like we wasting we time.
But out of hand and wasting time is same thing.
Yeah, that's two different things.
Okay. We ain't going to take the vaccine. The workers ain't going to take the vaccine. Right? And they want back the job.
Yeah.
That is the big elephant in the room.
Here's another elephant.
The government is not going to hire them
you
back.
finish.
The
Sorry.
government is not going to hire them back because they didn't take the vaccine.
They're not sure.
Right. Because he's considering, or they are considering to, what was the word I used? Rescind?
Rescind. Well, whenever that happens,
Right.
they don't know when that is going to happen.
Exactly.
Oh boy.
You're wasting time. Better just go find something else to do.
Think it's so easy. I see some people making, two teachers got together and
So
started an ice cream business.
if it's not easy, what are you gonna do now? Because they could draw out the case that you put in place. They could draw it out.
If you feel that injustice was served to you, then continue with your fight against the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
By doing what?
They're in court.
They don't get temporary workers in place.
Yes, but that does not negate or get rid of. If you feel that injustice was served to you, Do what you have to do.
Suppose you wait your whole life and nothing happen.
Just like how we're waiting for.
Exactly, you're just waiting.
It does not matter. You keep fighting. Just like how we gotta wait for reparations.
And then
we gotta fight them things.
the bills,
Just keep fighting. Yeah, but that is one of the. Listen, I feel like that's part of the tactic. Is it tactic? I don't want to say tactic.
just give up.
But you go on. You prolong.
Then you get fed
If
up.
it gets very long and overbearing and drawn out, after a while, you might just give up and forget about that. Right? What they say about justice delayed? All right, cool. We're going. It's now 8 o'clock. We're going to head to the top of the hour. At 8:30, we're going to switch things up and talk about reparations. Right here on the X. All right, some more responses. Keep them coming. Let's get these out of the way. 4301043. Last elephant in the room. The choice you made, you have to be able to accept and pay the results. The government did what's best, and people have to just accept. I support the vaccine mandate. We act like this thing is SVG thing alone.
Yeah, somebody saying it.
coming
The
in.
same thing happening here, happening in Barbados as well.
Bang, bang, boogity, bang, bang, boogity, bang, bang, boogity. All right, so let's go. Let's go and come back.